The stars of country music invade Las Vegas. Keith Urban receives some comfort from an unsuspecting house guest, and CMA Fest announces some new performers. Music City 411 starts now. What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Music City 411. I'm your host, Shane Tallant. Today I come to you from Nashville, Tennessee at the Hard Rock Cafe. Now the second floor here is called the Reverb Room, where all of the memorabilia you see on the walls is Nashville or country based. You have memorabilia from Kenny Chesney, Faith Hill, Shania Twain, Taylor Swift, even all the way back to Bobby Gentry and Conway Twitty. A lot of cool stuff on the walls here. Now, you know the old saying, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas? Well, that's not always true, especially when you decide to televise that stuff and air it to millions of people on TV. And that's what happened at the second annual ACA Awards, which aired recently on Fox. The show took place at the MGM Grand, and it was hosted by Trace Adkins and Kristen Chenoweth for the second year in a row. This year's show has received some not so great reviews for some of the televised portions, but when it came to the performances and appearances, they definitely delivered. The big winner of the night, taking home 6 Fender guitars in a variety of categories, was Jason Aldean. The tattoos on this town singer cleaned up Winning Artist of the Year, Album of the Year for My Kind of Party, and Male Single of the Year. On the female side of things, Carrie Underwood took home awards for Female Artist of the Year, Female Singer of the Year, and Favorite Female Music Video. Her 3 wins this year gives her a total of 9, making her the winningest artist to date. Now, 2 special awards were given away to Toby Keith and the legendary band Alabama. Toby was selected as the Artist of the Decade, and Alabama walked away with the Greatest Hits Award, respectively. Now, there were some great performances as well. Thompson Square, who was the winner of 2 awards, American Idol Scotty McCreery, who won his own award himself, and Alabama played a medley of their hits. Blake Shelton gave an emotional rendition of God Gave Me You. The band Perry and some others performed, but Toby Keith closed out the show, ending with a bang with his latest single, Red Solo Cup. Now, the ACAs were a fun night for all the winners, and if they didn't win, you know, they probably just went to the blackjack tables and had some fun of their own. I mean, it is Las Vegas. Now, if you missed the show, don't worry, because GAC is going to re-air it on December 17th in its entirety. And if you want a complete list of all the winners, you can go to our website, musiccity411.net. Hey, there's our buddy Keith Urban. Now, you may or may not have heard that recently Keith underwent the knife to have surgery on his vocal cord because he developed a polyp during his recent tour. Now, we're pleased to announce the surgery went well and he's at home recovering, but he's on vocal rest. But that's not stopping Keith from having some house guests come visit and from playing his guitars. Following the surgery, Keith was put on 3 weeks of complete vocal rest, which means he's not permitted to speak at all. Well, that's not keeping him from spending time with his musical friends, namely Brad Paisley, who has been spending time over at the Urban House to play guitar with Keith. Paisley told the Nashville newspaper, "We're both guitar junkies and we wanted to get together to go through some gear. I told him, let's do that. We'll get together and play some guitar. I'll do all the talking," which I can do, and he can just nod, grunt, or whatever he's allowed. I'm not so sure what I would do if I couldn't talk for 3 weeks. I'm sure my wife would love it, but I think I would go crazy. Now, we hope Keith feels better soon, and also want to congratulate Brad on his book, Diary of a Player, that just recently made it to the New York Times bestseller list. It's pretty cool. Nashville is home to the world-famous CMA Fest. It happens every year. Hundreds of thousands of people flock to the city to listen to some great country music. Well, recently, some of the performers of this year's festival were announced. The CMA Award winners Jason Aldean and the band Perry are scheduled to perform during the annual Music Fest, which will take place right here in Music City, June 7th through the 10th, 2012. Already scheduled to perform is multiple CMA Award winner Carrie Underwood. There are huge concerts each night of the festival, so there'll be many more artists announced in the coming weeks. If you haven't made it to Nashville for a CMA Fest, I'm telling you, it's something you need to do at least once in your life. Tickets are on sale. You can get them at Ticketmaster.com or by calling 1-800-CMA-FEST. Thank you so much for joining us again on Music City 411, and thank you for loving country music. I'm your host, Shane Tallant. Make sure you follow me on Twitter and the show on Twitter and Facebook as well. We'll see you next time.